All right, let me just start off this video by saying your kennel is one of your greatest assets for taking Nubia through her practice and helping her make use of her training very effectively. So usually I would walk up to the kennel and begin by asking Nubia to sit. Sit. Yes. So this is her first test of impulse control every time you let her out. Yes, good. Good girl. And whenever I open, I just take a moment to really test that impulse. So this is something you can do morning. Nope. So that's the correction for when she tries to get up. So whenever you're testing her impulse, you are just alert so that when she tries to get up, you say no, which is the negative marker, and you shut the door. So this you can do morning, afternoon, and evening, because I recommend that you let her out morning, afternoon, and evening. And she's supposed to be in a sit. So I can ask her to do it again. Sit. Yes. I'll mark with yes, which is important to always mark a response with yes. Then I'll open again. And usually I'll just open casually because you want her to get used to being well behaved in your usual self. You don't want to be, moving very slowly, anticipating failure. If she only gets used to that, then whenever you are being yourself and you're being casual, she will make mistakes. So you want to always practice everything, being very casual and just knowing what to do if she makes a mistake. So for example, if she tried to get up, just be quick to say no and then shut the door immediately before she even gets to take a step outside. Or if she does make it outside, you have to just grab her by the collar and quickly put her back inside and shut the door and start again. So, no. Something like that. Put her back inside, like that. Shut the door, like that. And start again, right? But to be fair to her, I took a very long time explaining while she was waiting and she was getting fed up. But sometimes I intentionally push this exercise very long to really, really test that impulse. And when they are young at this age, is the best time to put them through that. So I'm now going to actually let her out. Nubia, sit. Yes. Good. So I open casually. Even when I take a step back, you notice she stays, right? So I'm satisfied. I think she's doing well. She knows what to do and she's doing it, so I can let her out now. All right, free. Yes, good girl. Very good. Now, yes, good. This is what I want. Whenever Nubia is free, I want her to come up to me and sit down in front of me, right? So even though I didn't even ask her to sit, I mark that. Anything that your dog does, which is good behavior that you want her to keep doing, usually mark it immediately she does it. And if you have a treat, you can reward her. Otherwise, you can use pets, which are also treats, yes, to reward that behavior. Yes, good. All right, free. So she's free as at now, right? Basically, we are going to run through the proper ways to practice the marker, the yes that I spoke about, right? Using her instructions. As for the commands, yes, she knows how to come, she knows how to sit, she knows how to lie down. But one sec. All right, so we're back. So as I was saying, we're going to be practicing the marker. And we are practicing that because she understands commands, but that marker is more for you than for her, right? That's how you teach her to continue to do the right thing and help her to be able to pick up new things very, very easily. The marker for acknowledging good behavior is yes. The marker for admonishing bad behavior or wrong behavior is no, right? I usually say no, or I catch myself saying but it's basically no, okay? And those two markers are super important. Now, every time I call Nubia, yes, you see, when I said Nubia, she wasn't moving, I was waiting. As soon as she took the first step, I said yes. That is the moment you usually mark. If she's already facing you, she's already looking at you and you call her, as soon as she takes one step towards you, you mark that with yes. And then when she gets to you, you can reward her. Now, if she was facing another direction, then you would mark the moment she turns away from that direction to face you. So if she's looking, let's say, towards those balls over there, and then I call her and she suddenly turns from the balls to me. So I want to find a way to get her attention more towards there. And then try and then call to demonstrate what I mean. I just want her to look away. Nubia, yes, good. So that's what I mean. When she's looking away, you mark the moment she turns to you when you call. And then when she comes, you can give her a reward. So if I ask Nubia, to sit. Nubia, come. Sit. Yes, I mark the moment her bum makes contact with the floor. Good girl. I can reward after I mark with yes. And usually when she sits, the expectation is for her to remain seated. So if she's sitting longer and longer, I can keep rewarding that. Good, very good. Because that's the idea. She gets it, right? And then if I free her free, yes, then she gets to run around and do whatever she likes. So please, that marker or that system of using a marker is super important. It's actually the pillar holding everything together. So mark every response and any good behavior. Yes, her coming to just sit in front of you and look up to you for direction and guidance is a good behavior. Yes, good. It's better than her coming and then suddenly trying to wiggle through your legs and maybe trying to jump and all of that stuff. So it's important to acknowledge when she's doing the thing that you would instead prefer. Good girl. So Nubia controls her impulse so much well that even when I'm feeding her, I usually make her wait before she gets her food. So let's try her down command. Down. Nope. Yes. So you see, when she breaks, I say what? No. I was trying to get her to do a down command, and as soon as I took my hand out, she got the urge to get up. So I marked no. And then when she corrected herself and sat, I marked yes. Very important. Down. No. So after you mark no, if she corrects, you do what? Yes. Very good. And then I'm going to start again. Down. Nope. Yes. Down. Yes, very good. Good girl. Very good. So if you notice, I don't repeat myself. I rather stay quiet and allow her to figure out. That's always better for her. That way she learns much, much better. Her understanding becomes much more thorough. It's better than down, down, no. What I do is I use the gesture. So if I ask her to sit right now, sit. If she hesitates, I simply use a gesture, lower her up like that. Yes. And then mark and reward. Instead of insisting, sit, 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 sit. You see, she has learned the gestures and she has also learned the verbal cues. And she's even learned leash pressure. So if I put a leash on her, I could just use that to nudge her upward. And without much pressure, she would sit back up. Likewise, if I wanted to just nudge her downward without much pressure, she would go down easily because she's been conditioned to it. So I'm going to free her. Free. Free. Yes. Good. Very good. Very good. So even I sometimes go against my own rules because instead of repeating free, I could have just used a gesture. Usually my gesture would be something like that. You know, I usually point the hand at her where I want her to come to. So if I freed her and she's hesitating, I'll do something like that. Or I'll take a step back away from her and do that. And then she gets up and she comes. Yes. Very good. So even for a free, it's important to mark, right? So I'm going to let her sit. Yes. Good. Very good. Now I'm going to place this over here. Good girl. Now it's just you and me. Good girl. Come here. Now this part is also equally important. This is just using the tree to lure her. Now, if you take luring for granted, what's going to happen is if she grows big and you need to control her movement, you need to control her positioning and whatnot, you'll have challenges. But if you continue now, it will be so easy. Even when you don't have treats, when you call her, it's easy to let her know where you want her to be. Come this way. Yes, come this way. Good. Come in front of me. Good. Sit. Yes. And there was no treat in my hand the entire time because I've been using the hand to lure, so the hand becomes like an asset. And the more you lure, the more she sees it that way. But if you stop, then she'll forget. And then it will be difficult for you to guide her to this level of, should I say, precision, right? Free. Yes. So I use the hand. I'm going to guide her so that both of us face you. Yes. Sit. Come back. So I say no. I lower her again. Sit. Yes. And there's no treat in my hand. It's just the lore that she has practiced that she's used to. Leave my treats. Good. And now I can free her. Free. This time I have a treat, so I let her have it. So practice the lore as well, right? Basically, avoid repeating yourself a lot. Use one simple, clear instruction. Use your markers and you're good to go. Down. So this is the gesture for down. I point and I keep my finger pointed down. So if she gets up, I say no. If she sits like she was, yes. I'm going to start again. Down. Yes. So I mark the moment she goes down and then she can have a treat. Very good. Good. Down. So now I'm going to test her ability to hold that impulse in the down position. Down. No. So the correction is simply to mark no when she gets up. And I'm going to lower her. No treats in hand, but I'm going to use the hand. Use the hand. I'm not going to talk. Yes. When I do it without saying the command again, it's clearer. She gets it. She figures that that is a correction. Aha. It's better than repeating the command whenever you are correcting. Yes. Now you can get a treat. So now I'm going to free her. Free. Yes. Good. Very good. Very good. So that's the idea. When you are correcting, you don't repeat the command. You use the gestures. Now I'm practicing this off leash on purpose because I just want you to see how useful those things are, right? I would encourage you to usually have your one-on-one sessions with the leash on so that it's easier on you. And once you practice a few times and you get good with the flow, then you can start to practice off leash. Always make sure that you have treats for at least the next 1 month and try to practice at least 3 times a week. If you want to do twice a week, practice for at least 6 weeks with treats and a leash before you drop the leash and before you try to attempt working without treats. So that is more for you to get more confidence in your ability to control her properly and then follow your right cues and everything. And then you can use your own discretion to start to work less and less with treats and less with the leash. But this is just to demonstrate that your dog has been trained properly. She obeys, she knows how to control her impulse, and she's a very obedient, sweet dog. Come. Yes, sit. Yes. Let me give some space. Down. Yes. Down. Let me leave her alone. I'm going to come back here. Yes. Very good. Free. So she's been distracted a bit by a bike that just pulled up. Come. So we'll do one more. This time in a sit. Sit. So when she's distracted like this, you just recall. Nubia. Yes. And I'm going to guide her back. Evening. Welcome. Sit. This way. Yes. Sit. Yes. Very good. So as you can see, her recall is also pretty good because when her focus shifts, I don't have to call again and again and again. One call is enough, right? And whenever I call, I make sure I guide immediately, right? It's important to call and then stretch that arm out to guide. I always say, this arm, use it, you see? So when you're not doing anything, you can keep it to yourself. But when you want to move her around, use the arm. When you call her, don't call her and then hide your arms away from her because now where do you want her to come to, right? Because she's been practicing, she may come and then sit just where you need her to. But then if you don't get used to using your arm to guide her properly, she may start to gradually detract from doing the right thing. So I encourage you for the next 6 weeks, use your hands. Guide her, come. Yes, sit. Yes, good girl. Sit. So this time just in a sit, I'm gonna leave her alone. Go and grab my bowl. Come back. Oh, she didn't move. Good girl. Yes. Yes, very good. And then I can free her. Free. Yes, good girl. Very good girl, Nubia. Good girl. Very good girl. So no matter how excited she is, she needs to be able to break out from the excitement and sit. Yes, good. Sit. No. So remember to mark no as soon as she makes a mistake. Guide her back. And I'm going to use the gesture upward like that. Yes, without saying the command. To get her to sit. Yes, sit. And then repeat the same thing. So I was going to pick the other ball. So I've got the other ball. She hasn't budged. Yes, good girl. Good girl. Very good. Good. Let's see if she'll do another command before I free her. Down. Yes, very good. She was looking at the ball, looking at me, looking at the ball, but then she decided to do the right thing. Good girl. Very good. Let me reward for that. Yes, good girl. Good. All right, free. Yes, very good. So when she hesitates with her free, that's the gesture right there. Good girl. Very good. Come here.